The blogs are sending 2 people to the hospital, and it lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the flew, and it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor Island.
Rapper P. Shy committed an armed robbery while driving a green McLaren, and then boldly showed it off on Instagram just 2 hours later. Despite flexing the crime online, he managed to get a reduced sentence and is set to be released this year. Many speculated that he cooperated with authorities to secure the deal, but his best friend, Big 30, defended him on Instagram.
My mama, when you see paperwork, I do whatever y'all tell me to do. Tonight, I ride a Mustang, I throw my chains in the river and jump in and Shiesty's. Go and take one to the. And I'm alright.
Rappers were dissing P. Shy for allegedly snitching, but they didn't know the full truth. As we heard academics break it down, Shy's situation wasn't normal given the serious charges he was facing.
Shiesty will look like he's absolutely chilling. My boy got a little Richard Millie, you know what I mean? Got hair cut all right, you know what I mean? They be playing Fortnite mode. In jail? Oh, he got the Timbs on, they look fresh as well. Yo, this so chilling in prison. He got 2 watches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 2 watches, not even 1.
To fully understand P. Shy's official release date, it's crucial to look at the latest updates in his court case. According to crime documents, Shy and his friend were setting up a meetup for high-end sneakers and narcotics. Shy arrived at the scene in a bright green McLaren, and while waiting for the seller, he and his boy planned to steal the items instead of following through with the deal. When the seller arrived, Shy inspected the sneakers to confirm they were legit, giving his friend enough time to get into position for the robbery. Before making a move, Shy attempted to negotiate a lower price, but the seller refused. The argument between them escalated until Shy grabbed a firearm from his waistband. The 2 sellers immediately ran for cover behind nearby cars, but they weren't fast enough. Shy shot both of them, hitting one in the backside and the other in the hip. With the 2 men down, Shy's boy grabbed the sneakers and narcotics, tossing them into the McLaren. Shy checked to make sure the sellers weren't retaliating before jumping into the car to flee. However, just before they sped off, a bag fell from Shy's butterfly door as he opened it to get in. As he drove away, he unknowingly left behind a Louis Vuitton bag in the parking lot, containing over $40,000 in cash. This turned out to be a massive mistake, as it became key evidence against him. After escaping the scene, Shy rushed to the nearest Miami airport and boarded a private jet. However, with the feds already on his trail, he was arrested just days later.
The town of Bay Harbor Island says you're wanted with it. He's also charged with armed robbery and battery in their affidavit, saying the 2 left the state in a private jet.
After being booked into jail, Gucci posted a $30,000 bond to get Shy released. However, just 2 months later, while out on bond, Shy was arrested again for his case.
Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest warrant. It was issued June 3rd. It's charging you. You have 2 attorneys here, or is it, I'm sorry, 2 attorneys in the state. Go ahead. You want to announce again?
Brad Cohen and Sam Zegny for the defendant.
Have you had a chance to?
Yes, Judge, we have.
Once P. Shy's case was finalized, DJ Academics reported the official terms of his sentence. Shy was given 63 months in prison despite facing up to 8 years. Considering the firearm charges and robbery, 63 months seemed surprisingly low, and at first, no one could believe it.
I think he's coming home like next year, maybe the year after. However, it looked like he's, taking responsibility of whatever happened and doing his time, not crying. Clearly trying to let people know he's straight. And I do think when he comes back out, granted, as long as it's not like too far from now, if he comes back in a year, he's good. I still think he will get it.
What's interesting about P. Shy's case is that many believed he did it just to boost his rap career. However, what they didn't realize is that Shy had been living this life long before the fame. He just has more recognition now.
Yeah, I mean, look, Pooh Shiesty was probably the biggest artist we signed, in recent memory. But Pooh Shiesty had a history of crime.
before he ever signed to Gucci. It ain't like, you know, he was like a school and Gucci suddenly put him in a bad direction. No, he was already doing it. Gucci was around when he was doing all the crazy they got him locked up for. This is what it is.
Pooh Shiesty's in prison right now. And somebody in that's what he so while sitting inside of a McLaren. Yeah. Some Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? But that's who he was before that. So it's like, that ain't a surprise. And Gucci ain't gonna tell you like he can't just change who you are as a person. So it's like, you know, but people come up with the conspiracy theories and the life insurance, whatever.
When it comes to P. Shy, many believed he snitched, but in reality, he made a proffer deal with the feds. This type of deal allows a criminal to provide detailed information about their own offense in exchange for a reduced sentence. While it might sound like Shy cooperated with authorities, he only gave up information about himself. The legal system tends to be more lenient toward those who make the process easier for judges and prosecutors. However, as part of the deal, Shy had to admit to the mistakes he made during the crime. His first major mistake? He committed an armed robbery directly across the street from a police station. The video footage that surfaced was actually recorded from the police station's surveillance cameras. So, the moment gunshots were heard in the area, multiple police cruisers rushed to the scene. Law enforcement quickly pinpointed where the robbery took place, identified the vehicle involved, and found Shy's Louis Vuitton bag on the ground containing $40,000 in cash. The feds already had suspects in mind, so they pulled up Shy's Instagram and downloaded photos of him flexing stacks of money. Investigators had a smart idea. They checked if the serial numbers on the money inside the bag matched the cash Shy had posted online. It worked. That alone was enough evidence to arrest him. However, Shy made things even easier for the feds. When he posted photos of himself flexing the green McLaren on Instagram, he practically confirmed his involvement, like he was begging to be arrested. Even while he was locked up, his crew continued to flaunt the same green McLaren just like they did in the music video for Gone MIA. Rappers continued to label P. Shy a snitch, damaging his reputation in the industry. However, Shy didn't hold back when addressing the accusations. In response, he released a bold message from prison. King Shy tapping in from the middle of Vice City, the penitentiary, I remain untouched. I have millions in double digits. Tell Google to fix my net worth. We can verify that right now. I'm locked up, not messed up. I was 21 and up 8 figures. Jay-Z can't even relate to my money. Stop playing. With my name before I buy one of you for sale. You guys aren't anything. I put on for this every day, twice on Sundays. I'm on the same grind from Tokyo to Tennessee. No one has ever scared me or played with me free or locked up. I'm still the man of Memphis, the king, no matter what. Jungle Slick is almost the same man, just a little more powerful. Baby Larry, how did you let a man in the feds outdo you? You can't beat me. You need your hands in the game before you try to compete with me. To my fans, supporters, and loved ones holding me down every day, keep it solid. I promise it doesn't go unnoticed. I see everything and have something special for all of y'all. The rest of you, you're done. Keep hating, false advertising, backbiting, and counting me out. It's up and stuck like a treehouse. When I touch down, I got a chip on my shoulder. I'm going 100% on all of you. Despite the controversy, Shy is standing tall behind bars. As his case stands, it's believed he will be released later this year and could return to music by 2026. P. Shy is incredibly lucky to have secured the proffer deal he did. Without it, he could have been facing 5 or more extra years behind bars. However, before his arrest, he shared a message in an interview that gave insight into his mindset.